Have you ever wondered about the grit and determination it takes to stand up against injustice? In the heart of America, during a time of profound struggle and change, a movement was born. This was a movement that would shift the course of history, forever altering the landscape of civil rights in the United States. Amidst this tumultuous era, a group of individuals rose to the challenge, and amongst them, women played a significant role. Their strength, resilience, and unwavering courage are the threads that weave together the rich tapestry of the civil rights movement. One such woman, who emerged from the cotton fields of Mississippi, would rise to become a beacon of hope and resistance. This woman, born to sharecroppers, would not only challenge the status quo, but would also defy it. One woman, Fannie Lou Hamer, a daughter of Mississippi sharecroppers, became a symbol of resistance against voter suppression. Born on October 6, 1917, Fannie Lou Hamer was the youngest of 20 children. In the heart of the Mississippi Delta, she spent her early years as a sharecropper, a world steeped in the harsh realities of racial segregation and economic injustice. Life on the plantation was far from easy. Fannie picked cotton from sunrise to sunset, her small hands becoming calloused and tough. But the hardships she faced only served to ignite within her a spark of resilience. She saw firsthand the unfairness of a system that kept her and her family trapped in a cycle of poverty and discrimination. This was a world where the color of one's skin determined the opportunities one was given, and Fannie Lou Hamer was acutely aware of this. She bore witness to the cruelty of racial violence, and it was these early experiences that shaped her resolve to fight against such injustices. These experiences molded Fannie into a formidable woman who would later fight for civil rights. Hamer's life took a turn in 1962 when she attended a protest meeting led by civil rights activists. This meeting sparked a flame in her, igniting a passion for activism that would define the rest of her life. In August of that year, Hamer, along with 17 others, took a bold step to register to vote. Despite the violent threats and oppressive laws aimed at suppressing black votes, Hamer and her comrades remained undeterred. Her courage was met with fierce opposition. She was fired from her job and driven from the plantation she had called home for nearly 2 decades. But Hamer was not easily silenced. In 1963, Hamer's activism led her to the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, or SNCC. This group was instrumental in organizing the Freedom Summer in 1964, a campaign aimed at registering as many African American voters as possible in Mississippi. Hamer's role within the SNCC was pivotal, her charismatic speeches and powerful singing voice becoming a beacon of hope and resilience. But her journey was fraught with danger. In June of the same year, while returning from a training workshop, Hamer was arrested in Winona, Mississippi. She was brutally beaten by police, sustaining injuries that would affect her for the rest of her life. Yet, even in the face of such brutality, Hamer's resolve did not waver. Instead, this horrifying experience only solidified her commitment to the fight for civil rights. Hamer once said, "Nobody's free until everybody's free." She lived these words, dedicating her life to the pursuit of freedom and equality for all. Her tireless efforts to dismantle the systemic racism embedded in American society were unwavering. She stood firm in the face of adversity, her voice resonating with a power that echoed far beyond the confines of her Mississippi home. Hamer's fight for civil rights was far from over. Her spirit, her courage, her unwavering commitment to justice will forever be etched in the annals of American history. This daughter of Mississippi sharecroppers had become a beacon of hope, a symbol of resistance, a testament to the indomitable spirit of the human will. In 1964, Hamer took the national stage at the Democratic National Convention. Her mission? To challenge the legitimacy of the all-white Mississippi delegation. Seizing the moment, Hamer testified before the Credentials Committee, demanding that the delegates from the Mississippi Freedom Democratic Party, an integrated group she represented, be seated instead. Her speech was a raw, unfiltered account of the racial violence she and other African Americans faced in the South. She relayed her own experiences of brutal beatings, unjust arrests, and relentless intimidation for merely trying to exercise her right to vote. She didn't just speak, she made the nation feel the fear, the pain, and the indignities suffered by African Americans in the South. Hamer's testimony was not just a plea for justice, but a mirror held up to America, forcing the nation to confront its own reflection. She didn't mince words. She laid bare the hard, painful truths about racial violence and injustice, truths that many in the nation were either ignorant of or chose to ignore. The impact of her testimony was profound. It sent shockwaves through the convention and the nation at large, compelling people to face the harsh reality of racial violence in the South. It sparked conversations, prompted action, and drove legislative changes aimed at ending racial discrimination. Hamer's speech was a powerful indictment of racial violence in the South. Hamer's impact on the civil rights movement was profound. From the moment she took her first brave steps towards activism until her last breath, Fannie Lou Hamer remained unwavering in her fight for equality and justice. Even after the spotlight of the 1964 Democratic National Convention dimmed, Hamer never retreated from her mission. She continued to work tirelessly, advocating for voting rights, racial equality, and economic justice. She co-founded the National Women's Political Caucus, encouraging women to participate in the political process. Her later years were marked by her unrelenting spirit and her dedication to the cause she held dear. Hamer's legacy extends far beyond her lifetime. Her fight for voting rights remains a cornerstone of civil rights history. Her speeches, punctuated with raw emotion and undeniable truth, continue to inspire generations. She is a beacon of courage, a symbol of resilience in the face of adversity. Hamer's name is now synonymous with the struggle for equality, her life story a testament to the power of conviction and the human spirit. The legacy of Fannie Lou Hamer is not just in the laws she helped change or the speeches she delivered. It is in the hearts and minds of those she inspired. It is in every ballot cast by someone who might otherwise have been silenced. It is in every fight for justice and equality that echoes her words and her spirit. Fannie Lou Hamer's life stands as a testament to the power of individual action in the face of injustice. She showed us that one voice can indeed make a difference.